I want you guys to name a breakout player for the Dallas Cowboys this year on the offensive side of the ball. I'm about to run through a couple of names that I got, but before we even get this one going, I want you guys to head down to the comment section and get your votes in right now. I suspect that the most plentiful name here is going to be CeeDee Lamb, who in all honesty put up a very impressive rookie season despite quarterback issues. Shout out Lamb for cashing in my over bet on his year one receiving yards there fairly easily. My expectations for Lamb are to be even better than what he was in 2020. With Dak Prescott back and fully healthy, he should be more productive. And his production last year was really good. I know it got overshadowed by Justin Jefferson, but this is great. 74 catches, 935 yards, 5 scores, some very impressive highlight reel plays. He looked great. Now, there were some drops that I want to see him improve on, but whether he's wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 1B or C, this trio for the Cowboys is great between Cooper, Gallup, and Lamb. Now, it does kind of limit just how high the volume can be in terms of targets and receptions, but I think Lamb's going to put up big-time numbers this year. I really think he's going to. I've got very high expectations, not because I'm a Cowboys fan or because I have him in my Dynasty League, because I think CeeDee Lamb's a great football player. I think he's going to be a legitimate wide receiver 1 type of player in the NFL. So as we often do, let's play over or under. And I put it higher than maybe the odds are going to put it because I know how you guys vote. I'm trying to make it 50-50. Over or under 1,200 receiving yards for CeeDee Lamb this season. Get your votes in right now in the comments section. Type in O for over or type in U for under. Get your votes in right now. Let's get to just one of the offensive linemen I have on this list. That's Tyler Biadasz, the center, a.k.a. Tyler Biadasz. I think I and you and everyone watching in the world right now are all in a pretty much agreement here. Yeah, he's going to be the center for the Cowboys this year. Now, last year, he rotated with Joe Looney amid injuries. Looney got hurt, Biadasz took over, then he got hurt, and Looney took back over, and it was up and down, back and forth, and in the end, Looney started down the stretch, which I did not like because I wanted Biadasz to play more. There was promise, though, in the first-year center out of Wisconsin. And I think this year it's time to take the next step forward. The offensive line around him, in theory, should be healthy. Last year, the only guy that stayed healthy was Connor Williams. I thought that was it. And part of the reason why I feel good about Biadasz is that, at least in my opinion, when he was in at center, Connor Williams played better. And there's definitely some correlation and maybe some causation there as well. But with that said, there is still room for Biadasz to improve. And I think this one kind of is a make or break year for him. If he doesn't show growth and be better overall, which I think he will be with a healthier offensive line and, frankly, a better quarterback behind him, I think that there could be a true breakout year for Biadasz, who, in all honesty, is never going to be Travis Frederick. That is an unrealistic expectation. He's never going to be a top 1 or 3 center in the NFL. But if he can be a starting caliber one for you, if he can become a above average center, well, now you're in pretty good shape. Maybe that happens this year. Maybe the next step is taken towards that path. But that's what I'm hoping for out of Biadasz in year 2, in his first year as a true full-time starter. The Cowboys Report, folks, is now on the News Break app. Head over to chatsports.com/CowboysNB. Once you do that, download the app. It's a link right there, pretty easy. Search the Cowboys Report, and then go follow us as well. We've got a bunch of different Chat Sports channels on there, and the Cowboys Report is winning. Don't let the Niners want to catch us, though. They're trying over there. Chase is. So download the app today at our link, chatsports.com/CowboysNB. And if you're not just into sports, because let's be honest here, if you're like me, I do a bad job of staying updated with local community and news type of stuff there. Local news is available on the app. That's the whole point of the News Break app. So go download it today at chatsports.com/CowboysNB. That link will be both the comment section and in the description. All right, another offensive breakout player here, Blake Jarwin, who was on our list last year. And I thought it was going to happen. I was hyped. I'm like, this is going to be the year for Blake Jarwin. They paid him. He's shown some real promise. And then he played in, like, I'm just going to say one game. It was barely even one game there, due to an unfortunate torn ACL. So the breakout year for Blake Jarwin never actually happened. He caught just one pass in 2020, 12-yarder, which is fine. Now there's some extra layer of, competition, but complication as well here with the presence of Dalton Schultz. So Jarwin doesn't just have to break out. He has to earn that job. It's not going to be handed to him in the same way it was last season. Now, in 2019, as someone who in previous years did not care that much for Blake Jarwin, and that's my bad in the end, there was enough promise out of Blake Jarwin that in 2019, I was actively campaigning to play him over Jason Witten because Jarwin was a better football player at that point. He was better. And now, in 2021, it's a little bit more complicated because Dalton Schultz was quite impressive. Schultz played pretty darn well after a bit of a very rough start with some drops and all those issues. Schultz emerged as a guy you can start. In all honesty, this level of production, which I think will go down overall at the tight end spot because they're going to throw it deeper downfield, less check down stuff. 63 grabs for 615 and 4 scores. That's actually really good production out of the tight end. Of course, it's not Travis Kelce, and of course, it's not, George Kittle or what Kyle Pitts could be in the NFL, but it's not bad. It's mid to low end starting caliber production out of your tight end. So no matter what, the Cowboys will be fine at tight end. But make no mistake, having paid Blake Jarwin, they are hoping he takes that job and runs with it and offers a little bit more seam stretching value than what Dalton Schultz does. So pick a tight end for me. Who do you want starting? This is a rare opportunity for you guys. Type in DS for Dalton Schultz or type in BJ for Blake Jarwin. You guys can type in BJ in the comments and YouTube shouldn't block it there. So get your votes in right now. Type in DS for Dalton Schultz or type in BJ for Blake Jarwin. Now, if you guys want a defensive breakout player list, well then subscribe. We'll be doing that one in the not too distant future. And I think on the defensive side, almost more interesting with the different types of names that could make that list. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that big red button and join us right now. To the running back position, Tony Pollard. Elliott can't break out. It'd be a bounce back. That's it. Now, Pollard has been a very good running back too in his NFL career. Offers some third down value and has legitimately been more efficient than Zeke Elliott has been. Now, at the same time, that has been on fewer touches. And in general, except for the rare, super talented guys, like the top-end, top 3 backs in the league, the more touches you get, the more the efficiency goes down. There is a correlation there. And I do wonder just how many more touches Pollard's going to get for the Cowboys in 2021. The calls coming from inside the house, the Cowboys want Zeke to be the guy because they paid him. Now, there is still room for Pollard. There is no doubt about that. We've seen it last year. 100 carries for 435 yards, 4 scores. Caught 28 passes as well. The question for me becomes, he had 129 touches last year. 150 is a nice even number. Is he able to get that many? Because with CeeDee Lamb and Blake Jarwin and Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, the reality is if you're getting Pollard the ball more, even though I do like the idea of running some 20 personnel, 2 backs, 3 receivers, I want to see more of that package next year, or this year I should say. If you're giving Tony Pollard more touches, it's probably going to come at the expense of Ezekiel Elliot, which I'm open to, but are the Cowboys. So get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. Do you want more touches for Tony Pollard this season? Get your votes in. Type in Y for yes or type in N for no. My final breakout candidate on offense, I'm cheating. Connor Williams and or Connor McGovern. Now, I want to make one thing very clear. I think both of these players are a bit underrated. Now, Williams is better right now than McGovern, but both those guys have a rare, healthy offseason to improve. But this level of production, especially Connor Williams, if you look across the NFL, it's league average, if not league above average, because there's not great offensive line play in the NFL. So I actually feel great about the left guard spot. I really do. And again, I've made this point before. If Connor Williams or Connor McGovern is your worst or second worst offensive lineman, it means your offensive line is pretty good. If Connor Williams is suddenly your best offensive lineman because everybody is hurt, well, then your offensive line's really not that good. So I like where the Cowboys are at here. I am welcoming a competition, and whoever wins, I'm going to be fine with it. But get your votes in. Who do you want to win the job? Type in C or type in W for Connor Williams because you're picking a Connor here, or type in M for McGovern.